So, ladies and gents, if you didn't know, we are getting a brand new The Mummy. Not Lee Cronin's The Mummy, which is not really a mummy movie. The trailer confirmed that. It's basically a haunted house possession movie. But we are getting a Brendan Fraser, Rachel Weisz mummy movie. Yes, The Mummy 4. Or, actually, it's going to be The Mummy 3. Because what we've learned now is actually the Tomb of the Dragon Emperor is not going to be considered canon anymore. Now that makes a lot of sense, obviously, because Rachel Weisz wasn't in it. So it's not going to be The Mummy 4. I wonder how they're going to go about this. It's just not going to be considered, I'm guessing. So it is The Mummy 3 then. Huh. You know what? I don't hate it. I know loads of people may like that movie. I didn't think it was that great. But I don't hate this. I don't hate this idea of just going, yeah, well, whatever. Just forget about it. I wish Disney adopted this approach to Star Wars. You know those things that people really don't like and that haven't done, that didn't do massively well. Yeah, just don't think that they're not canon anymore. Disney, do it with Star Wars. You make a killing. Anyway, so I saw this, and because I've been following this movie as well as the Lee Cronin's Mummy, wanted to talk about it because it's fascinating. When people be like, well, you can't do it. Yeah, you can do it. You can do it. They're proving that you can just do it. You can just go, no, that's not canon. So, the Mummy franchise, for those that don't know, if you are a young little sprout, it began in 1999 and introduced Brendan Fraser's Rick O'Connell and Rachel Weisz's Evie Carnahan. Fantastic. It's basically modern era Indiana Jones. It's such a good franchise. So following a clash with the resurrected Imhotep, they later returned in 2001's The Mummy Returns, which introduced Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson's Scorpion King, which was whoosh, fucking terrible. So that character was then front and centre in his own ill-fated spin-off before the franchise rose from the dead in 2008's The Mummy Tomb of the Dragon Emperor. Now that also didn't receive the warmest responses, even though they had Jet Li taking on the starring role. And I think it was an interesting concept, but it just wasn't a great film. And as they say, you didn't have Rachel Weisz reprising her role as Evelyn. You just had Maria Bello just swapped in, basically. So the now confirmed third chapter, helmed by Scream filmmakers Matt Bettinelli-Olpin and Tyler Gillette, aka Radio Silence, will reunite Fraser and Weisz, raising questions about what that means for Tomb of the Dragon Emperor. So, finally, someone asked them, and it was Entertainment Weekly, and they just said, look, that divisive third movie, should it be considered canon? And Bettinelli-Olpin was just like, well, Rachel is in this one, so that should answer the question for you. It's like, right. It's just going to ignore it. I mean, I really like this idea. I think it's good. I think it's a good idea. Just ignore stuff that is dog shit. That's fine. Can we do that? Anyway. So praising Dave Coggshall's script, the former said that this movie, quote, had all of the heart and the character that you could hope for. I don't think Brendan and Rachel are getting involved unless they love that script. And what they read, I think they really liked. And it's a good script. It's going to be fun to make. And his fellow director called it really beautiful and scary and sweeping. And it's awesome. Interesting. Very, very interesting, actually. Those are quite... Yeah. What else has he done, this guy? He's done some... I think I did this before, had a look. He has done some, legit sort of horror movies. I say legit horror movies. What? There was a Scream TV series? I don't remember that. Wow. Dreadful idea. Anyway. The Haunting in Connecticut. Orphan First Kill. We're doing Orphan 3 Matchbox the movie. It's interesting that they haven't listed The Mummy on here. Actually. That's surprising. That's really... why have they not... okay, well, never mind. Well, anyway, so this chap has done, actually, an array of films that, you know, they're fine. Like, all these films are fine. They're not incredible. They're fine. But if you were to combine them all together, the TV shows, the movies, and their style, I guess it does kind of match with what he's saying here. You know, it's a good script. It's going to be fun. It's beautiful, scary, sweeping. It's awesome. Yeah, I mean, that sounds like the stuff that he's done before. It's fascinating. Absolutely fascinating. So, as for how they came to be involved, Gillette calls it a dream project. Sounds much like credit belongs to William Sherrick, who has produced each of their movies, including Ready or Not, Scream, Scream 6, and Abigail. William's always way ahead of us. Matt and I, what we're doing next is we're finishing the day and we have 8 setups, and William's always talking about the next thing. And he was like, hey, I think I'm going to get us Mummy. In our heads, we're going, that'd be effing crazy. There's no way William's going to pull it off. And cut to, we're finishing Abigail and we're meeting with the writer and we're designing a pitch. We've been in this line of work long enough to know that nothing is real until it's very, very real. It's all speculative. And it feels great to give energy to really wonderful ideas. But we have learned to keep those opportunities a little bit at arm's distance, because it's just easy to have your heart broken. But this has already got a release date. So, you know, The Mummy 4, aka The Mummy 3, gets released in 2 years' time, May 19th, 2028, which sounds great. I'm quite keen on this. I think this will be interesting. To me, it's just fascinating that they can just remove things from lore if they want. They can do it, basically. Yeah, they can do it. They can just decide to ignore that. But I think in this instance, this is a good decision. It's a good choice to do. And I'm keen on this. Loads of people aren't, because the argument that people are making is, well, look, you know, they're going to 2026 it or whatever. Maybe. I hope not. This is a property which deserves respect. It is a fantastic property, and Brendan Fraser deserves some respect as well, which he is seemingly getting now in Hollywood. So there you go. What do you guys think of them just wiping The Mummy, the Tomb of the Dragon Emperor from canon? Leave your thoughts down below.